Doing like that on your way. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a decent day. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, we're getting some views on our last live streams. They're kind of short because they're short videos, but that's okay. Some of our videos did well, even being an hour long. So we're just gonna keep going. All right, let's first things first. Let's load up the emulator. I was very dumb. In our last video, we were like investigating how to do background work on an Android device, and just use the API, right? Sometimes I feel like my brain isn't working, that I'm just like, oh, like try to figure everything out on its own. It's like, nope, this is all you got to do. So okay, there's a lot of work to do to try and understand Flutter WorkManager. It's an extension of a normal WorkManager from the Android API, but hopefully it'll make everything a lot easier. So we're going to try one thing, which is to... First, we have to see if this builds, because I removed some dependencies since we last talked. And then after we get a build working, we will try importing this library, and we will try blocking an app. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how this is going to go. But the idea is, let's load this up. We have a new day. It's a new day. It's a new life. We want to start a background task. Then which, let me make this bigger for you guys. We want to start a background task which listens for if an app is opened, and if it's opened and if it's opened if when, or let's do the workflow. So we listen for if an app is opened, the app is opened, triggers task, and then we call logic to trigger overlay, and this may or may not show the overlay, because sometimes the logic may not work, and we should be good. Cool. So app is here. We're gonna go ahead, close all of these. I don't even know. Okay, never mind. Close this, close this, close this. I hate all of everything related to Android sometimes. All right. And then while this is loading or building, hopefully this just works. And while it's working, we should try and see what this is. Okay, so this is directly built by the Flutter community, which is awesome. This was published 4 months ago. That's amazing. How do I know what my Flutter version is? Flutter version? We have Flutter 3.16. Okay, so that's perfect. Another thing, we should also check if the VM entry point also works for here. Okay, we do have it as a VM entry point. Okay, cool. I don't know what VM entry points do, but I just know that I need to include it. Okay, so let's just read this while this is still running. Yeah. See sample folder for completing work example before registering a task. The WorkManager plugin must be initialized. Oh god, we do have to do a setup here. No, we do have to update the Gradle file. All right, it's this one, right? All right, how do we do this? Because I deleted everything. Oh, it's build script. Okay, so it's the other one. It's the other one. It's this one. So build script, it's 1.5 plus. Repositories, Google Maven Central. Check your Android manifest. Check if you have the following in your Android manifest file. Let's check that out. Flutter embedding 2. Ideally, you should have this. Okay, cool. Everything's good to go. Hooray, we did it. What's up, Ebere? What's up? What's up? It's going well. I'm very tired. I had a very long day at work, but I'm trying to push through for at least 1 hour, and then I should try to sleep because I have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. But it's going better now because I realized I didn't have to code in Kotlin, so life is great. It seems like everything's being built properly, which I'm so happy about because yesterday we were getting so many errors. Um, all right, so how to use this package? Did this. The work manager runs on a separate separate isolate from the main Flutter isolate. Ensure to initialize all dependencies inside the work manager.execute task. Sure. Wrap the code inside in a try catch. We don't really need to debug this, do we? Yeah, we don't really need this. Doing my computer systems assignment right now. Got a job interview tomorrow morning for a normal part-time job. Hoping I get it. Yeah, I hope you get it too. You got it. All right, it supports. Oh, it reports a return value. Okay, that's fine. And a retry policy, which is fine. We don't need to worry about iOS for now. Not every Android Work Manager feature is supported. 2 kinds of background tasks can be registered: one-off task or periodic. So this is going to be a periodic task, and this allows cancellation of a start task. The second parameter is the string. The second parameter is a string that will be sent to your callback dispatcher indicating the task type. Okay. Okay, so this is more like This is more just to listen. Maybe we can use this and have something in the background, and we don't listen for an app being opened. We can instead listen for what the current foregrounded app is. Flutter current foregrounded app. You just need 12 more subscribers to 1K? Oh, nice. I didn't even, yeah, that's cool. How to detect if the app is coming from the I don't think this is what we want. This is for foreground services. We just want to see, find what this just checks certain things. This is only our app. This isn't to find other apps that are foregrounded. When other apps are foregrounded. Monitoring app lifecycle. Okay, so it says that there's limitations, but I know that's not true because there's another app that did it. So I know it's possible. This plugin was featured in this Medium blog post. Maybe we can check that out. WorkManager package works internally. Please keep reading. How to schedule a background job in Dart. Multiple constraints, like for example, if a task needs internet connection or if the battery is charged. Okay, how do I... Wait, hold on. Initial delay. Oh, constraints here. I just didn't read far enough. Okay. Our best ways effort to each platform supports most of the specific constraints, whereas iOS tasks are limited. Network type constrains the type of network required for it to run. Required battery not low. Required charging when set to true. Requires device, requires storage. Android, how to detect when an app is opened. When is this? Is in 2016. Yeah, this seems old. This one uses the activity manager. Let's try Flutter. Let's try Flutter get current foregrounded app. I don't know how this works. Create a lifecycle handle. This is all for this is all for our app. This doesn't tell us how we can look at if another app is opened. Oh, here we go. Somebody commented. I'm looking for. What's up, Ababakar? What do you think Flutter desktop app? What do I think about it? I think Flutter desktop apps are cool. I think you can do it, but currently my app will crash on desktop because I don't have it optimized for. I don't have it optimized for desktop yet, unfortunately. Is there a way to retrieve the current foreground application in Flutter while app is running in background? I'm looking to have my Android Flutter application running in the background, checking what app is currently. I'd like you to redirect back. I'm aware that you can grab a list of current installed apps, but is there a way to see and redirect it? Okay. I've seen native Android code that can accomplish this, not on modern versions of Android. So is there no way, any idea how they're exploiting some security fault, presumably? So there's no way to redirect. Tens of millions of people use multi-window. There's no single foreground. That plus what apps are, why Google has them. No. There has to be a way. I mean, I know it can be through exposing things, but this is like a very core part to what my app is. Let's see, background fetch. Maybe I could try copying this and asking a chatbot. All right, let's try Flutter intent. this was also 4 months ago. I don't know. This seems display, launch, start activity, new task. These all don't seem very good. This doesn't seem like necessarily what I wanted to do. Flutter, how to detect other apps. This is going to be hard. So now we have background tasks, but we don't have a way to detect if an app is currently opened. Okay, if we can't detect if an app is already opened, oh, let's do this. We can't detect if an app is currently opened, but we do have, we can update the logging time. Okay, here. We can update but we have the usage data of apps. We can look for if there's a difference when updating the usage data for each app. We can look to see if there's a difference in time. If there's a difference in time, we can evaluate that app. By the end of an iteration, we may have a set of apps that have updated usage times. Since the background task would be periodic, and we don't know if users are switching between different apps. And I'm writing this down for myself, but also to kind of explain it to you guys. Like, so for example, if we triggered, let's make this a new paragraph. So for example, if we triggered the background task to potentially trigger to potentially show the overlay every, let's make it like 10 seconds, right? The user can switch between 1 to 3 apps in 10 seconds. How would this distinguish? How would this distinguish which app the user is currently in? I think in this case, we should only trigger the overlay if we only get one app with usage data differences within the period that a background task is triggered. So whether it's 10 or 30 seconds, if there's only one app with changed usage data, this confirms that a user is currently on a specific app, and we can trigger the overlay. Now let me see on this if I open this up, this should block me out in a little bit, but let's see if it kicks me out on my Pixel. Hey Kevin, what's up? What framework do you use to build the API for this Flutter app? The framework is Flutter, and for this specific API, I guess we're using other Flutter APIs, so we're thinking of using this one. Wait, was this the end of this? It was the end of it. Okay, cool. We're thinking of using this API from pub.dev. It's a WorkManager, which is just a wrapper around the Android WorkManager. And we're also using Flutter Overlay Window, which is another third-party API. I don't know what OWH stands for, but why not using like Express, or I'm not sure what Laravel is, but I'm assuming if it's like Express, it's just other frameworks. Partially because I didn't want to do JavaScript, I wanted to try learning Dart, and the other reason, no, that's pretty much it. I think no matter what you end up doing, if you're doing cross-platform work, it doesn't really matter what framework you use. It's really just a preference, but I wanted to try this out mostly because I work at the company, and if I had any questions, I could always like pick some brains of some people that might have worked on some stuff. I have easier access to experts if I want it. So that's the main reason. It's easier for me to learn because I do have the ability to learn from other people. I'm trying to lock myself out of this Amazon app. But it doesn't seem to be doing it. We'll give it some more time. That's a flex for real. I mean, I try not to make it a flex, you know, like, I'm not trying to say it to gloat or anything. It's just more like I'm blessed to have the opportunity and the privilege to do it, you know? So it's kind of like I would be doing myself a disservice if I had this opportunity and I went to learn Express anyway, where like I would have to rely on like GitHub and Reddit and the online community, which is like great, like the community is great, but it it's definitely not like, it's not super amazing. Um like you can't have that in-person conversation. Naro, you worked hard to get there to get a brag about it? No. I'm not a big bragger. I'm just trying to lock my I'm trying to lock my phone or lock myself out of. So maybe screen timeout. Screen. Let me see. I don't know how to. I don't know how to find. Oh, I think it's digital well-being here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I think this goes to show. Okay, so you do have to start the app because I'm not getting locked out right now. So I'll start the screen lock app here. Okay, so they also use accessibility stuff, which doesn't really matter, but let's see here. It seems like their logic is definitely weird now. Settings. Okay. Let's see if this blocks it. It doesn't block it. Okay. I mean it blocks me using the app, but it shows up. Okay, so it doesn't exit the app, which is great. Um so what tech stack do you use on Google? It's kind of like public information because you can find my work on public repos and whatnot. But I code in Objective-C, C++, Python, JavaScript a little, and then some configuration languages um, like GCL. But yeah, uh, that's the general gist of it. I work in a very weird setup though. Like I'm working on an iOS app in Google, or like it's the iOS version of an app. So yeah, it feels a little weird. Okay, so anyway, it triggers logic. Um, this confirms that the app is currently. So it definitely checks if the app is being used, and it's pretty fast. So I would assume that you could even like ping this like very quickly. I mean, let's see. Here you can do let's see. Oh yeah, you could do periodic task. Oh, and you could do durations. When no frequency is provided, the default minimum frequency is 15 minutes. Entered will automatically if you have a lower. Okay, so it's every 15 minutes. That doesn't sound right. Let's do Flutter background tasks. All right, so someone uses isolates here. Okay, so isolates seem to, you can do isolates that ping every 1 second. Will not be able to interact with Flutter plugins. Flutter background pub. Let's see that. A plugin to keep Flutter apps running in the background. This is just to keep it awake. We don't care about that. How about this one? Is this for foreground or background? This is background. So why is there mentions of a foreground? We might need to reevaluate just because this is that you can only do periodic tasks every 15 minutes. That doesn't sound exactly like what we want to do. What the heck is a geofence? Okay, so just random stuff. This section, how to set up your isolate. Let's look up Flutter broadcast receivers. Send broadcast message, broadcast message. So it doesn't really talk too much on how to use this. Like this just sends. This is so like, no. Man, I have so many tabs open. This guy. I ended up implementing the whole action supposed to be triggered from the broadcast receiver. So UI is in Flutter now, and the business logic for background actions in native. Oh, okay. I was thinking that too. Obviously I just tested it, so we should just make a broadcast receiver on Android. I think that's the best way. Can Android broadcast receivers listen when in the background? And if they can, how do I listen for other apps being opened? Can you give me a list of things that my Android app can listen for in a broadcast receiver? Something like this, maybe? we're looking for something about connection state changed, maybe? Device owner changed. Idle mode changed. Unsuspended, suspended, replaced, not necessarily what we need. Notification channel block state changed. Action notification clicked. Action package added. No. First launch? Seems promising. Sent to when that application is first launched. Not really. How about packages unsuspended? Packages have been unsuspended. What's an intent that we can use to detect when an app is shown? Intent action searchable. All right, I feel like none of these are too good. Content changed? App block state changed? Application delegation scope? Nope, that's different too. What the heck? Wait, what did I do? Oh, there you go. Oh. Maybe we should just pay attention to the battery or something. Ugh. I don't know, there's a lot here that we can maybe change. I don't even know what all of these are. Just wipe them. Android app. This doesn't make any sense either. I'm not really finding anything that works. API to get screen time. Android screen time lock out app. Yeah, I don't really know what direction to take this in. Okay, this seems pretty solid. Alright, let's just do this. Maybe scrap below. New solution for tomorrow. Create a background service natively through Android. Find which app is currently foregrounded. Look at usage time and see if we have to block it. As seen in this Stack Overflow post. This may require us to send data from the Flutter app over to the Kotlin side to save app list, save list of blocked apps in a Kotlin array. Okay, that should be good enough for now. I have to get ready to, well, not get ready, but just kind of wind down to go, because I'm going to work tomorrow, and I'm also tired because I had a really long day. But thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys for popping out for a little bit of time and coming for me. I know that it's like a short stream. There's gonna be short streams on weekdays in general, or if I don't stream at all. But thank you guys. If you guys are watching this, like if people are watching this after the stream goes up, then make sure to subscribe so you guys can catch me when I do stream. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you another time. Have a good night. Peace.